The Final Fantasy series has been anything but final for over 30 years, but it doesn't get much less final than the remake of a spin-off. First released in 2003 for GameCube, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is in 2020 on Switch, PS4 and mobile. In Crystal Chronicles, players choose between 4 races: the flexible Clavats, hard-hitting Lilties, dexterous Selkies, and the magically orientated Ukes. Each of these 4 races will suit different playstyles, and in this Cram It, we're going to help you figure out which is best for yours. Arguably the game's most balanced race, Clavats are the sword and shield wielders, although they're a more versatile race than they appear. For fans of defensive tactics, Clavat's shields can block both physical and magical attacks directly from the front using the defend command. Although they are vulnerable from attacks from other sides, their shields don't slow them down. Clavats are going to suit a player who is looking to play as a swift-footed, physical character, perfect for getting in close and slicing enemies down. Lilties are the dwarven race in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. They're like tiny little powerhouses who, as well as taking a beating, can dish one out. Think Gimli in Lord of the Rings if he became a Kokiri child. Players should employ their best button mashing techniques to bash your way to victory. Whilst you can use magic, Lilties take the longest time to charge and they receive no range bonus. With an average attack speed but a super high attack power like the Clavats, this race will suit players who like to be knee deep in the fray, or in their case, neck deep. Little cuties. Selkies are the quickest of all the races with mid-range attacks, helping to keep them a distance from the fight. The Selkies have a unique defend command in the backflip, a move that renders them invulnerable while in mid-air, although they're vulnerable to attack when they land, so be careful with how often you're flipping. They have a high magic power and a moderately quick magic charge, but no range bonus. Using their ranged attack, they can weave in and out of combat. Selkies have the lowest defense of all the races, and they are best suited for players who enjoy hit and run tactics. Ukes are the magical race, so if you're embracing the magic caster life, then this is the race for you. Surprisingly, Ukes are below average in literally every field in exchange for an edge in casting magic. This magic advantage comes from their equipment, not from stats. The Uke's lack of defense is made up for by its defend command, which grants invulnerability from all directions. Its power lies in its quick spell charging speed and a huge +10 range bonus on spells, meaning Ukes can cast spells from a reasonable distance with little effort. Ukes are the ideal race for players who want to hang back and throw calculated attacks at enemies, maybe while sipping a strong martini and getting a pedicure. You cowards. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is finally coming to the modern age, and now you're armed with the lowdown on which race might suit you. Sky Broadband Superfast is so reliable they guarantee your speed or money back.